Substitution on the field. Number 17, Gattuso. Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field, number 9, Pele. Number 18, Del Piero.
And the second half gets underway. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's looking wide. Crosses it in. Up he goes! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
A case now of complete control. Rijkaard. McAllister. Now it's Lopez. Knocks it out wide. Zanetti. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. No way through. Searching pass he's played there. And he plays one through. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And this is Pato. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Fermin. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Lopez. Zanetti gets into a good position. Zanetti receives it in a good position here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Alexander Pato really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Messi running with the ball. Gullit shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Basta. Oh, he's been caught napping! Pele. To McAllister. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Fermin. And here's Del Piero. Now it's Messi. That's a clever-looking ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. McAllister, Fermin. And here's Del Piero. And he's there to clear it. Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. Just about up to 75 minutes. Looking for the run. Oh, Red, nice interception. Caceres. McAllister. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Might want to be careful there.
Pato unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Pato. Messi. And they can counter here. Gullit. And this, it's Pele! Fermin gets it clear. Now it's Pele. Knocks it into space. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. That's really well cleared. Roberto Carlos. Pato. That has been cut short. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Messi. McAllister. Now it's Pato.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Zanetti. McAllister. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, look at the space here. And he's there to get it away. Ball is over the line. This looks promising. Zanetti. That's tidy. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Barres shapes to shoot! And that is the last effort of the game. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Fermin taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Gullit tries to pass it, and he shoots! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Lopez. And claimed it back swiftly. Now there's a fine, great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Fermin will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ibrahimovic. Pull it. And the counter is on. Probing pass. Pull it. Fermin. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pato. Quarter of an hour played. Can he latch on to this? Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Now it's Pato. Baresi. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. He'll fancy himself from here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Roberto Carlos! That was travelling. Michael can see things others simply cannot.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's really well manoeuvred. Passing is crisp and sharp. Zanetti. Ball played for Rijkaard. Looking tidy in possession here. Shapes to shoot! Superb from Pato! A finish right from the top draw. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Nice looking ball. Messi. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Zanetti. And he goes cross-field. And it's Roberto Carlos. Caceres. Works it forward. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Some really good ball movement. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Backward it goes. Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Messi. He's in a good position here. Fermin. Rijkaard. And Fermin. He's looking wide. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bastoni. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. That's good running with the ball. Nice interception, well timed. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitution on the field, number 14, Gullit.
So once again, we're underway.
Him is Cantona.
And the return pass. Tonali. Looking for the... Goes for a shot! That's really well cleared. Lovely feet. Now it's Pelé. And it's Tonali. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Rijkaard. Bastoni. Now it's Pato. Oh, well played, well sorted out. It's a searching pass. Zanetti. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
And a chance! Oh, it's hit the post! Cantona proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Vieira. And it's Cannavaro. Gattuso. Baresi. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Pato. Tonali gets a good foot in there. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to...
He gets big! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. Zanetti. Fermin. And it's Rijkaard. Pelé. There he goes, motoring forward. And this is Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Howson cuts it out. Oh, easy pickings there. That's a cute ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And here's Pato. And here's Lopez. Out towards the flank. Zanetti gets into a good position. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Half an hour gone in the second half. Played into space. Bayer claims comfortable.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's had it taken off him, and it's Gattuso.
Look, they're prepared to be...
Oh no, what has happened here? Fermin. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Fermin. Great vision, and he's in real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Substitution in progress.
Desperate defending required here. Rijkaard with the clearance. And it's Roberto Carlos. Decent progress down the left. No, it's come to nothing.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Howson makes the interception.
There will be one
Pele,
added time.
he won't be happy with that one. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. He's a sharp little ball here. McAllister. And that's it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
So just...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
The action has already started.
And here's Cantona. Well, there is the unmistakable figure of the charismatic Eric Cantona. Poet, philosopher, player extraordinaire. Perhaps one of the most compelling characters ever to grace a football field.
Yeah, and don't forget, an inspirational leader too, who always rose to the occasion. And he'll have a busy game being both the team's engine and leading the attack.
Never to be forgotten. Bastoni, over to the other side.
Well spotted.
That's very neat. And this is Pele. Bullish header! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So, a breakthrough already.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the score is 1-0.
Stood up well to him there.
And that's put paid to a promising move.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Opts to play it back, and it's Lopez.
And the ball is out of play.
Maicon. Vietnam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Fermin, he's on it, can he get away?
He's through, now is he in?
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now it's Pele. And he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Roberto Carlos
Is standing over this one, looking to widen the gap even further here.
And that has been clubbed away.
He's played it back. Caceres. Bayer. Bastoni. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
And it's Zanetti. Another throw-in.
And that's definitely not his best. Oh no, that was never going to make it. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's opted for the long pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Tonali. Fermin. Fermin!
Just sails past the upright.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Zanetti.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
And it's Zanetti. And it's made its way to him. And he's quick to get it clear again. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution on the field.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? And this is the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them.
On the field, number 10, Messi. Number 9,
Just wouldn't stay down for him.
number 18, Del Piero.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Batistuta. Pelé. Messi. Bullets constantly looking for the ball into the box. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Vermin. Rijkaard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Zanetti. And he's being shifted off it. Pelé. That's Vieira.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Roberto Carlos. Pelé. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Oh, really well played.
Now it's Pelé. And it's Rijkaard. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Pelé! Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking. So the last big chance, perhaps, before half-time.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
To all members of the crowd,
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Maicon kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
No, again there's no way through.
Fermin. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bullet. Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's in a Del Piero. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great ball if he can get there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's there to make the challenge. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Caceres.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Zanetti. Almost an hour gone.
Now it's Pele. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's played it in low. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
And they can counter here.
Tonali. Pele.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pele might just make this. Not the most accurate pass. No, that pass isn't the best.
Bullet. That's a cute ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Roberto Carlos.
And he welcomes it in.
He's shifting through the... climbs up big! No, not the best of headers. Roberto Carlos.
Passing nice and neat. Now it's Pele. It's a promising position. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And the keeper gets his hands on it. That has ended up in no man's land. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Now it's Del Piero.
Bastoni.
And it's Zanetti. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Fermin. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in a good position here.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Roberto Carlos
Kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Maicon. Baresi. Del Piero has found the net here, of course.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Vietnam looking to pass their way through. And he can clear it away. That's a throw. Pullet. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's intervened well there.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that's the keeper's ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Batistuta. Decent chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Aims beyond the defence. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to pass it through. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. And the number on the board is 3. Batistuta. Baresi, always. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.